Okay, we're in round one. I think this hand is fine. We don't have red mana, but, well, we don't have a lot of early plays either. Does that make this hand fine? I mean, we're trying to be aggressive, right? We have a lot of 1 and 2 drops. I don't think I can justify mulling this hand, though. So we're going to keep it. I mean, I'm only mulling this hand. I would only mull this hand because we're aggressive, but I don't think... Like, now at least I can play a turn 4 Baloth, which I think is still pretty good. Okay. Maybe a little ingest deck, perhaps. All right. Red mana, very good. So now we get to go call the Scions into Baloth, into, I don't know, maybe turn against. Exiling Psy Leopard, which I actually would have liked. Mist Intruder number 2. All right. Turn against doesn't work too well against 2 Mist Intruders, if you're hoping to block and do some shenanigans. Horon Reef Invoker, and... Oh, both of them? No, Blighted Woodland. Okay. Triple Mist Intruder. That's pretty insane. Alright, let's go Baloth here. Turn against looking pretty rotten at the moment. So we ingest Grove Rumbler, which I would have liked. Forest and Mountain. Alright. No plays. Well, Gideon's Reproach, maybe? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Maybe he's got the, I was going to say the destroy target tapped creature, which would make me want to keep up turn against so I can save him in response. Is that even right? Probably just play Eyeless Watcher, I think. I mean, I'm actually 1 mana short of being able to protect Territorial Baloth from the destroy target tapped creature, but I mean, we've got a decent amount of bodies on the board. Okay, so it was Skyline Cascade. Actually, I mean, we can still get in with Baloth with turn against, which is actually kind of cool. Invoker and Predator and wow, hit 3 spells. Harsh, dude. Coral Helm Guide. Okay. Call the Scions, the second one. So I can turn against my Baloth and still call the Scions, right? Or maybe not. Well, I mean, I can kill him if he lets the Territorial Baloth get through, which he may or may not do. But I think it's worth it at this point to go for the win. So we'll give landfall. We're going to go turn against. And smash here. All right, he did block. Do I want to... Yeah, I guess we save the Sure Strike then. Alright, he did have the sheer drop, so bit of a bummer there, but that's okay. That's actually interesting. I don't know why I would leave all 3 back. We're going to just hold lands at this point, I think, because I can play everything in my deck. So we'll just play a Call to Scions and pass. Could have just swung with an Eyeless Watcher and traded a Sure Strike for a Mist Intruder. I don't know if I love that, though. That's kind of nice, actually. So, let's say I steal Cloud Manta, and I can still Sure Strike. So, steal Cloud Manta, swing with everything. He goes block, block, block. We get in with... Yeah, we get in with lethal, so let's go for that play. By my count. This, of course, is assuming he doesn't block Cloud Manta, but we'll see. Even if he does, I think we're okay. Alright, well, that worked pretty well for us then. Cool. Alright, so playing against the Mist Intruder heavy deck, which is, I mean, I guess good against our token producers. He also has the sheer drop. He's got Coral Helm Guide. So yeah, I don't love turn against what I've seen, but Boiling Earth actually doesn't work that well against him either, because he's got the 2 toughness. Do we just not have a good sideboard necessarily? I guess Rot Shambler would have been good that game. How good is Rune Processor? I mean, it's okay. Yeah, the question is, do I want Rot Shambler just based on what I saw? I mean, it can't attack into... Maybe I want another combat trick, but then what am I cutting for another combat trick? Do I not need triple turn against? I mean, the thing is, he saw 3 Mist Intruders that game, but we have to assume he's got more, right? More than just Mist Intruders and a Cloud Manta in his deck or something. I do admit, turn against is pretty awful against the Mist Intruders. And having 3 might be a bit of overkill. Maybe I just want another Sure Strike instead of one of my turn against, just because it pushes damage through a little bit more efficiently. All right. I still have 2 turn against in my deck, which seems like more than enough. So let's just try this. And I think the reason I want the second Sure Strike is extra 3 damage is pretty significant. This hand is, well, I was going to say great, but it's only keepable. Because we only need, I mean, the fact that we only need 1 green mana to make this hand great is not to be overlooked. No Mist Intruders, good sign. All right. Didn't hit the green mana when we wanted it, but still, I guess, have a Vestige on turn 4, which isn't the worst. Infiltrator's a great card. All right. Swell of Growth. Well, I didn't want to draw that anyway, so it might have actually been a blessing in disguise. In fact, it was. All right, let's go Vestige first, though. I'd rather have the 3/4. All right, it's actually not that devastating. Oh, well, I guess it's kind of cool because he gets to ingest it. I mean, it's kind of cool for him, not cool for us. But now I guess I just play a Territorial Baloth, which is fine. It's better threat anyway. No more landfall available to us, but that's okay. All right. He's not going to be able to too terribly efficiently. Oh, wow. Which one is he bringing back? Royal Spout? Wow. Nice, nice efficiency there. Kind of forces me to play the Baloth too, which is unfortunate. See, the problem is if I don't, then, well, I guess I don't have to. Kind of want to hold the mountain now, I think. So let's play Invoker and leave up Sure Strike to block the Tidecaller. Or else he plays Royal Spout on the Invoker, which is also fine. Well, I guess for that reason I'd probably just do the Gnarlid instead. So basically I'm going to try and trade a Sure Strike for a Tidecaller, which admittedly is not fantastic, but I kind of want to protect myself. Career Griffin. I hate, you know what I hate? I hate that our opponent's deck is so well geared against my infinite turn against. It's pretty frustrating. My opponent could not have like more awkward bodies for a turn against plan, which is really just endless amounts of frustration. Yep. Opponent is just bashing us to his heart's content. I really don't want to lose the Baloth. I gotta check Royal Spout because I've just forgotten what the awaken cost is. It is 6. I'm trying to look from a distance, and I believe that's what I've seen. So that means he can't do it next turn. Maybe I do just force him to use it. I just hate that he gets to ingest. It's a bit of a bummer. I mean, I could do the Invoker. What does that really do for me? I mean, it might just be correct. I feel like he's gonna get the... See, the thing is, I feel like he's gonna get the Royal Spout awakened if I wait too long. So at least, like, forcing him to use it right away possibly is better. And it just makes better use of the mana. It's not like we're on Reef Invoker is gonna be a dead card when I get to 8 mana. That's certainly not the case. I just don't think I can play around the stupid Royal Spout. I don't know how I don't know how I do that. I could have just played Invoker, left up Sure Strike, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I don't know how I don't know how I beat Royal Spout basically. Oh, we're just getting processed away. Our opponent is wrecking us at this point. We're getting wrecking balled Miley Cyrus style. This is a tough one. Shatter Skull Recruit. All right. Well, guess we'll play a mountain. Bash with the snapping dude. So I could get in for an extra 4 damage. Let's make him Royal Spout the Invoker this turn, because otherwise I can leave up Swell of Growth and Sure Strike. And I guess Turn Against too. Maybe he does it and attacks with everything, and then I can steal the Merc Strider. And then block his Tide Caller, which I think is actually pretty good. Nope, he's playing it ultra safe, as he should. Yeah, this is a really rough spot. Certainly is a rough spot. Call the Scions. So I can sneak in the land off a Swell of Growth. And then I can Sure Strike as well, possibly. Well, let's see how he blocks. At least that Royal Spout's a sorcery. Alright, so Swell of Growth here. Well, that's unfortunate. It's pretty unfortunate. It's not what I wanted to see. Yeah, it's not what I wanted to see. I'm trying to think how I don't die. I'm trying to come up with a good method of not dying. This just was a disastrous game. None of my plans worked out the way I wanted it to. Do I still at least get to put a land out? I don't even know. Completely fizzles, so just nothing. Just nothing. Just nothing. That's pretty bad. So I can't do a Baloth. I guess I can do Sure Strike plus Call the Scions. I'm just not going to win, though, is the problem. And that's a pretty serious problem. Not winning is a pretty serious problem. Yeah, this is just disastrous. I guess I don't lose my guy. Yeah, not playing around the Gideon's Reproach is just going to be beginner's failure of not anticipating cards in the set. That's just something I'm going to be wiser about later. But yeah, that was just a straight up. That was horrible. That was horrible. That was very devastating. So that just did not pan out the way I wanted it to in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, I've just been getting trounced this game since like basically turn 1, or maybe it was turn 3. Yeah, we were just getting omega trounced here. I just don't think I can win. I'm not sure if I should even continue playing. I'm like trying to think what the value of continuing. Like, is there any possible way I could get in enough damage to deal 16? It just seems so, even with turn against. The most I could hope to deal is like 10. I think my best odds is playing Predator here, hoping my opponent doesn't attack. I know that's just like absolutely unlikely, but I guess the funny thing is, even with that, it's not lethal. Is that right? The most I could deal is 14 if my opponent didn't attack with an island, did nothing, and I had turn against. So it's just there is actually no road to victory this game that I can see. Yeah, certainly not with that. All right. Wow. Opponent's got a great looking deck. That's gonna be this is gonna be a rough one. This is gonna be a real rough one. So I have land destruction. He has enough Awaken where I could consider it at least. I mean, we know he's got 2 clutch. He has the 4/4 Royal Spout. He has the 6-drop one. It's something to consider. He doesn't have any of that, so it would have to be the Volcanic Upheaval. I don't know what I would cut for that exactly. Turn Against did just legitimately seem terrible almost every time. Playing Volcanic Upheaval rather doesn't seem that great is kind of the problem. Even though it takes care of the Awaken threat, they already did their job, if that makes sense, because they already did their job. Like, they basically just either bounced, tempoed me, or something else nasty. Do I want more combat tricks? Would that help? I don't even think it would. This is like such a surprising matchup. I don't think I could have anticipated a worse matchup to have turn against in. Like, a bunch of low power, high toughness creatures, essentially, right? It's like exactly what my opponent's doing. The bounce just makes Processor look absolutely horrible. It really does. I think I'm cutting Processor. I think I'm bringing in, I don't even know. Eyeless Watcher, maybe just more threats. And then we'll cut a turn against, I think, for another Swell of Growth. And just have like 1 turn against maybe. Otherwise, Rot Shambler. Do I like Rot Shambler? Not especially. Not with the bounce. Guess we'll do this. Alright, this hand seems fine. Oddly, I haven't opened a hand that had both colors in it yet. Is that right? Or did I have it game 1? No, I can't remember. I think I just drew it right away game 1, but I didn't open with it. Mountain next turn would be pretty beneficial. Alright. Feel like we're going to get reproached here, but that's a bummer, but have to allow it. Maybe not. No, oh, well, at least he's off blue and we're off red. Guess we just play the Psy Leopard and pass. No reason to drop the forest yet. Alright. Definitely want a red mana. That would be tremendously helpful. Nope. So I guess we'll go land. And we'll do Call to Scions. Well, I mean, my opponent being off blue is helpful, so at least we're making plays here. I do wish I could protect, but that's just not possible. The Slide Runner looks pretty insane, though, with the Sure Strike and the Swell of Growth. And I guess we have Turnigans for his first actual threat, so that seems fine. And opponent's just still off blue. We found our red before our opponent found blue, so that makes us pretty lucky, actually. I don't think it's wise to... I don't think there's any need to use the combat tricks yet. Even my opponent awakens here, turning against plus Sure Strike is lethal. I can sack a Scion for it. Yeah, like now our opponent's just dead. Alright, well, managed to beat our opponent basically solely due to the fact that basically solely due to the fact that he was color screwed. So for that reason, we're actually pretty lucky. Pretty lucky indeed. All right. Well, yeah, I got lucky there. I think our opponent's deck was really good. Got the victory. Hopefully we can do it in the next couple rounds too.